Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about a revolution. And no, it's not coming, it's already here, and it's about to completely reshape your career. We're talking about AI, of course, but we're not just going to throw a bunch of scary headlines at you. We're giving you a real, practical guide to navigate this whole new job market and actually come out on top. And let's just start with this bombshell of a quote. This isn't from some random person. This is from the founder of Anthropic, one of the biggest AI companies in the world. I mean, when the folks who are building the tech are sounding an alarm this loud, you gotta listen. This really sets the stage for the massive disruption we're all looking at. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi future we're talking about. The first wave of this job disruption is happening right now, and it's moving faster than anything we've ever seen before. The very foundation of what work even means is being rewritten as we speak. So, get this. Microsoft just dropped a report listing 40 different jobs that are going to be totally shaken up by AI. But here's the real shocker. It's not the jobs we all expected, the manual labor stuff. As you can see right here, the jobs most at risk are the white-collar jobs, the ones we do on our computers every single day. And what's really wild is how the market is reacting to all this. When these giant companies like UPS and Amazon announce huge layoffs, their stock prices don't fall. They actually go up. Investors are literally rewarding companies for cutting human jobs. That creates this huge financial incentive to automate everything as fast as possible. Okay, so this is happening everywhere, right? But it poses a very unique and pretty powerful challenge in a place like India. And there's a really specific reason why the whole structure of the economy there makes it especially vulnerable. See, for decades, a lot of the economy has been running on something you could call an economy of inefficiency. Basically, whenever there was a problem or a bottleneck in a process, the solution wasn't to fix the system. It was just to hire more people, just throw more bodies at the problem. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. In the US, you might have a billion-dollar company with only 150 employees because they're built on system thinking. But in India, a company with just a fraction of that revenue could have hundreds of people because the culture is all about people thinking, hiring a person for every little gap. And when you actually break it down, it's pretty staggering. Turns out, up to 70% of the work in a lot of these roles is just grunt work, repetitive, low-value tasks. Think about the accountant who's not just giving tax advice, but is spending hours manually typing in receipts. That's 70%. Well, that is exactly what AI is built to take over. So, okay, that all sounds pretty scary, right? But here's the thing. Chaos always creates opportunity. The old rules are breaking down, which means new doors are flying open for anyone who knows where to look. This is where we need to pivot. Think about it, that traditional career path. Get a degree, land a job, climb the corporate ladder for 40 years. Yeah, that whole playbook is pretty much toast. So if the old map is useless, how do you find your way? What's your next move? The answer is actually hiding in plain sight. It's in the backbone of the economy. All those millions of small and medium-sized businesses. These guys are desperate to get more efficient and start using AI, but they just don't have the time or the know-how. And that gap, right there, is your golden ticket. And you can start solving their biggest headaches, like right now. You can learn some basic AI tools to help them generate more leads, set up AI voice callers to handle their sales calls, or even just consult with them on how to automate their day-to-day operations. These are real, high-value problems you can solve today. And here's the best part. You don't need to be some coding genius or have a PhD to do any of this. Seriously, you just need to get familiar with the right toolkit and, understand how to actually use it. All right, let's make this super real. Picture this. You've got the interview of a lifetime tomorrow, the big one, with the CEO. How do you walk into that room and just connect? How do you know exactly what to say to totally win them over? Well, there are tools now like Crystal Knows that are basically cheat sheets for people's personalities. It scans their LinkedIn profile and other public info and gives you this incredibly accurate playbook on how they think. It'll tell you if they like data or stories, if you should be direct or more subtle. It's like having an insider's guide to their brain. Or what if you can't even get in the room to begin with? A tool like Happenstance is insane. It plugs into your email and social media, and it maps out all the hidden connections you have to pretty much anyone you want to meet. It shows you the absolute best, warmest way to get an introduction. And here's a pro tip. Don't just use one AI for everything. They're not all the same. If you need to know what people are saying on Twitter right now, use Grok. For just quick, everyday tasks, ChatGPT is your go-to. But if you need some really high-quality creative writing, Claude is usually the one you want. But listen, all of these amazing, powerful tools, they're completely worthless unless you master the single most important skill of this new era. And it's not coding, it's the art of telling the AI what you want. It's the art of the prompt. The difference between a garbage response and a genius one is all in the prompt. I call this the magic prompt formula, and it's dead simple. You just give the AI four things: a role, like act like an expert copywriter; an objective, what you're trying to do; the context, so it knows the situation; and finally, any specific data it might need. And just look at the night and day difference this makes. A lazy prompt like, write an email for a leave tomorrow, gets you a boring, generic email your boss will probably just ignore. But using the magic formula, you get this persuasive, brilliant message that's perfectly tailored to your tough situation. This is how you get results that are 10 times better. So, at the end of the day, here's what it all boils down to. The threat isn't that AI is coming for your job. The real threat is being replaced by another person who has figured out how to use AI to be faster, smarter, and way more valuable than you. The revolution is already here. The only question left is, are you ready?